What's up guys, Uba here, and in this video we'll be continue working on the Innova. Alright, so continuing from our previous video where I replaced the valve cover gaskets, so please check that out on the upper right or down the description. We're now gonna replace the spark plugs. When you feel your car is hesitating, especially when it's accelerating, it's having a rough idle, it misfires, it's making loud noises and vibrations, and a significant drop in fuel economy, then it might be the time to replace your spark plugs. Aside from those signs, you should always check the owner's manual on when you should replace your spark plugs. On this Toyota Innova, it should be replaced at every 40,000 kilometers. You should also check what kind of spark plug your car requires. If it requires a platinum spark plug, you should never downgrade to conventional or copper spark plug. Same goes if it's iridium. Don't downgrade to platinum or copper. It might be tempting to downgrade for cheaper cost, but your car's performance and fuel economy will suffer. So now we're gonna remove the spark plug. So what you'll need is a socket, or no, a spark plug socket. So the difference is that these sockets have a deeper hole in them. So that's for the spark plug. And also you might want to get the one with the rubber inside. Or in this case, I'm using a magnetic one so that it will, you could easily pull it out and not fall back into the well again. So okay, let's get those plugs out and see the old ones. So you're removing your spark plug, you want to get the socket as straight as possible, because if you put it in an angle, you might break the insulator and produce more debris or whatsoever. So you want to be really careful, especially if you're just gonna check your spark plugs. Alrighty, straight as possible. So you might be asking, why do it now when the well is much deeper? So I want to prevent dirt from getting onto the engine. That's why I decided to put back the cover on, so that whenever we remove the spark plug, there might be some dirt left there, so it won't get down to the engine, it will just get down to this cover. So that's why I put the cover back on before removing the spark plugs. Okay, I'm not gonna pull it out yet. I'm just gonna loosen all of the spark plugs. So once all of them are loose, we could pull them out and quickly swap or put the new ones in, so that we won't have the cylinder, or the cylinder exposed. Alright, let's go to the third one. Straight in, bite, and loosen it all out. Alright, that's good. On to the last one, as late as possible, and just put a little wiggle, make sure that it goes in, and break it free. Okay, time to pull them out one by one. Alright, so grab our new spark plugs and get them replaced. Okay, we'll have our spark plugs near us. Oh yeah, one thing to note about is that before you fully remove them, have your blower or compressed air, and just go through the wells to make sure that loose dirt will go out and not go in. So yeah, clean it before you remove the spark plug, so that we don't introduce dirt or debris into the cylinders. Alright, we got our first spark plug, and let me just grab the new one. So grab our new one, open it up. So yeah, this Innova has a K20HRU11 Denso spark plugs. If the brand of the spark plug that your car requires is not available, you could search on the internet for equivalents or cross-reference. Like for this case, the NGK equivalent of Innova's current spark plug is LFR6C11. The twin tip, platinum twin tip, and iridium twin tip equivalents are also shown in this chart. Also take note of the gap between the ground electrode and the center electrode. Your car requires a certain amount of gap between those two. Just make sure that you are having the correct gap before you put them in. And that's why the new spark plugs has this plastic sleeve or cardboard box that would protect that gap when being transported. So we're gonna put the new ones in. Just gonna put this end cap and put it on the box. Put it away, don't mix it up. And since this is magnetic, we're just gonna drop it in. Okay, so make sure you just hand tighten it until it's snug. There, that's snug. Alright, spark plug number 2. And there's a lot of oil on the threads. Right about there. Oh. Spark plug number 3. Snug. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna torque it down to 13.3 foot-pounds. I got my torque wrench already set up, and we're just gonna push this and until we reach 13.3 or yeah, 13 foot-pounds. Right, so this is not a ratchet torque wrench, so I'm pulling it up and put it down again. There, we're all good. Okay, all good. And on the last one, there. So after that, we're just gonna put the coil plug in straight as possible and press it in there good, and do it for the same, or do it for the other cylinders as well, or spark plug wells. And now we're just gonna put everything that we took off back. So the air assembly, the cables, the loom onto its bracket. Just we're basically doing the reverse of what we did. So there you have it, and that's how we replaced our spark plugs. Just make sure you put everything back, no dangling wires or loose bolts. And now we're gonna replace our cabin filter. Alright, so while we wait, or like after doing the engine stuff, we're gonna replace the cabin filter. So this is very easy. If you have watched my previous videos, I have two on how to replace the cabin filter, one for the Montero Sport and one for the Honda City, and this one will be similar with the Honda City. So go to the front passenger and you'll find your compartment or glove box. The cabin filter is right right behind this one. Just pinch the sides. This is quite tough. Plastic is quite thicker than the other cores.
A few moments later.
The plastic is very sturdy and compared to the other two cores. So there, once we have that removed, make sure that you put away everything's in your glove box, but I'll just leave it like that. Once that removed, you'll find the fan right over here, and the cabin filter housing is right over here, this one. So there are tabs there. Just press it in and pull it out. There, that's the cover, and the old filter is right here, and this one have seen better days. It already lost its form. It's all crumpled up and there's a lot of dirt, so we'll have that replaced. Alright, so we have our new one here. Let's pull it out of the box, remove the packaging, plastic, so it's sealed. I need two hands. So it's quite cool that they come with this. I don't know, is it a sticker? Yeah, it's a sticker. So they come with it. They come with this reminder. So it's in Japanese and English and German, I think. Yep. So yeah, I'll make use of those later. So okay, we have the new cabin filter right here. So there's a marking going up, so saying this should be up, or rather this should be facing like this, and this should be facing the fan. It's quite sturdy actually. Okay, let's go. So as you could see, there's like a marking up, so we'll just copy that. Okay, time to put the new one in the side of cover, right, and we'll make it fit right over there. Actually, this is quite a tough spot to put it in, or maybe like that. Make sure that they go in the hole. Come on. Alright, there. Does it fit? Okay, so we got it started and no new lights are on, and I'm just gonna turn that off. And that's how you replace your cylinder head cover gaskets, as well as your spark plugs and your cabin filter. And I hope it will help you on your DIY if ever you need to replace yours. And stay tuned, so please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. And stay tuned.